Good afternoon, dear students. I once again welcome back to day 5 virtual class. I am Sujata, Assistant Professor of STC Degree College, Bangapet, handling personality development for 4th SEM BCom students. As you all aware, I have already completed Unit 1 to Unit 1.9. That is, I have completed the self-awareness introduction, meaning, definitions, key areas, practical tools and comparative analysis and types of self-awareness and components and the 5 pillars of self-awareness. Hope it's clear to you all. Any doubts, you can go back to the video and see again and again until you understand. I hope I've given you the justification by giving the clear picture of the context. As of today, let's go to 1.12, that is area of self-awareness. Take a look at self-awareness wheel, that is the chart which is there in your slide. We can see many areas of the self-awareness, that is sensory data, thoughts, feeling, wants and actions. Now let's pick an issue or any events and run it through this wheel so you can see how it works. For example, say you are at a baseball concessions standing and waiting to get something to eat. That is, it can be any snacks. Firstly, let us see the sensory data. The sensory data is nothing but an observation, descriptions, examples, facts and figures. So the information which is taken in thoughts, that is, we can call it as an kinesthetic actions, that is sight, taste, touch, smell, hearing and your own body internal physical sensation. Example, you are standing in a queue, that is line for buying a snack. The line is too long. People are around you. The dish smells is furious. You are hungry and your stomach is grumbling and also your feet are sore. These are the self-awareness of sensory data which you get. Just try it. I think you have already would have undergone such experience too. Secondly, let's go for the thoughts. What will you think if you are hungry, standing in a long line? You will start hating the line. You will think that I should have gone in another line, nor never come to this queue again, and so on. Such is known as a thoughts. And thirdly, it's a feeling. You are impatient. Anticipation increases. Perhaps you will be overwhelmed by the crowd. This is the feeling which you have when you are standing in the queue. And the next, coming to the wants for self and others. You want the line to be moved quickly, isn't it? You feel like eating the snacks instantly, and you are sick of standing, and you want the people to keep distance from you, not to fall on you. You want the server to give you a hot food or hot snacks which you wanted. So this is known as the feelings which you have when you are standing in the line for a snacks. And the next one is, what would be your action? Let's compare your past, present, future actions. So if it is a past, you would tell the server or the worker which snack you wanted, and you let people bump and cut in front of you. Secondly, if it is a present one, you will tell the server which snacks you want and assertively tell people to watch and wait for their term, like coupon systems, or we can call it as a token system as per the number. If it is a future, you will go to the store, or you will go and stand earlier in order to bear all this risk. So you don't want to bear the rush also. And also the server or the shopkeeper how fresh the snack is, and ask the server how fresh the snacks is. These are the area of self-awareness. If one people want to have the self-awareness, what he does, he senses, he thinks, he feels, and he feels what he want and he does what he want. This is the awareness wheel. Now let's look into the Johari window models of self-awareness in order to learn better about the self-awareness. The Johari window is the communication model. It is one of the communication models that can be used to improve oneself, that is understanding between individuals. It involves informations like feelings, experience, views, attitudes, skills, motivations, intentions, etc. The founder of Johari window is the American psychologist, and it was developed by Joseph Loaf and Harry Incline in mid 1950. Harry Ingram. Hence, the name Johari is established. It is also used to discover the strength of the individuals, to find out the blind spot and the area to explore. The Johari window can be looked at from different or in many angles, which provides four basic forms of self-awareness, that is the known, hidden, blind and unknown. Let me explain you in briefly what exactly the open, hidden, blind and unknown are. The first one is the open, that is known to self. It is what you or we or one person or others see in you. Example, let's say it's you. So it is what you and others see in you. This is the part in which you are able to discuss freely with others. Most of the time, you and others agree with the views you have. That is, both the people know each other. You are open to others and others also know you. That is, most of the time you and other agree to the views whatever it is being shared by you and others. That is known as openness. And the second one is hidden self. That is, things we know about ourselves that others do not know. Sometimes what happens is we know about ourselves but people will not know. For example, we can say that things you hide yourself that are very private. Sometimes we hide ourselves which are private to others. People don't know from which place we come from which area we belong to, which religion we belong to. We don't want to discuss, we don't want to disclose the secret of our religion or caste or what to the public. So that can be the reason. Why? The reason to protect ourselves, or it could be that we may be put into ashamed because of some reasons, and we may feel vulnerable of having the faults and weakness exposed to others. So not to expose our faults or weakness, and why people will may put us into a shame. So this is known as hidden self. So we are not going to expose ourselves. Hidden means known to me but not known to others. I know what I am but others don't know who I am, what I am. That is known as hidden. The third one is the blind self. Things others know about us and we do not know. So others will be knowing about us but we do not know about others. For instance, you might see yourself as an open-minded person, but in reality people will not accept, isn't it? Now we will think I am open-minded, I am this, I am that, but people will not ask. They will have their own perception, they will have their own opinion on us. Another example I would like to give that so you may think that you are dumb person, but people may think that you are bright. Sometimes so what happens is we will think that I don't know, I am dumb, but other people will have the perception and opinion on us as she's a bright person, he or she is a bright person, he can do anything, he is very clever, brilliant and so on. Sometimes what you say will not match your body language. That is mismatch. Now we would have seen many people like what their body language and what they say will be totally different. Sometimes they look very innocent, but when they speak, they are very arrogant and they show their rowdyism. Sometimes what happens is they look like rowdies and they look like very arrogant person. But when we talk to them, they are very sweet and soft corner. So that also does that also goes on, like body language is mismatching our thoughts. That is blind, no to others, but non to but not known to me. So others will know by seeing the appearance. People will think what we are, but we will not know. So the last one is the unknown self. That is things neither you know nor other know about you. It can be your talents, skills that have yet to be explored by you, your friends, colleagues, or managers. Suppose the example can be like you yourself will not be in a position that to accept that I know this. People around you, either it can be your manager, friends, colleagues or anyone, even they will think that you can't do. For example, you may think that I am not fit nor or not possible to take up the task. That is, the people surrounded by you also has the same feeling, but you break that thoughts and prove yourself. That is, suppose you think you are not a good communicator and you get an opportunity to anchor, but people and your friends, that is you yourself and your friends, are not confident that you can make it success. But unexpectedly, in spite of all this, you crack it, you make it, that you have done that job appropriately. That is neither known to me nor known to others. This is what we say. Then if you ask how does it work, that is this chart works, this table works using Johari models. Each person is represented by their own four quadrants. We have this four quadrants, right? So this four pane or four windows, we call this quadrants also as four pane or four windows, and key and see in the slide as in the slides. So each of this contains and represents personal information, that is feelings, motivation about the person, and show whether the information is known or not known by themselves or other people. So at the end, what the two key ideas behind this tools is: individual can build trust between themselves by disclosing information about themselves. And the other one is they can learn about themselves and come to terms with personal issues with help or feedbacks from others. Hope you understood this. Once again, I would like to repeat is the two key ideas behind this Johari window tools is: individual can build trust between themselves by disclosing information about themselves, or they can learn about themselves and come to learn with the personal issues with the help of feedbacks from others. So they can take the feedbacks from others and know that what others thinks about them, about their personality traits or about themselves, or they can also share their feelings towards themselves to others. So these are the two key ideas behind the tools of Johari windows. Hope it's clear to you all. If you don't understand, please see once again the video and read all this whatever is there in the slide, so it will be very easy for you to understand. You may ask how self-awareness is helpful to an individual. Yes, definitely. Self-awareness is helpful to an individual in many ways. That is, knowing an individual beliefs, their principles, their values, and what is important to him or her, or identifying individual emotions, analyzing motivational factors of a person, recognizing different thinkings, different patterns in different situations, different actions taken by the people or in an individual, or understanding what an individual wants and what he does. So this are the individual's self-awareness. So this awareness helps an individual by knowing their different beliefs and principles and their values, importance and emotions, then analyzing their motivational factors, their patterns of different recognition, different thinking, then different thinking and acting according to the situations, and understanding what an individual wants out of his life. Or this are the things which makes self-awareness to realize an individual. Now it's time for your assignment. Now copy the worksheet questions and answer. Find what you are, that is your area of self-awareness. I will check all your assignments once the offline regular class starts. The next slide is how can an individual improve self-awareness. The first one is an individual should sit down and think how his or her personality actually is, or to be in a better position, and also to judge himself in all aspects of life. For that you have to take a personality test. That is why often I give you some assignments to test your personality. So I hope you are doing that. And secondly, to participate in 360-degree assessment, that is assessing individual overall personality. By doing so, what happens is he or she will be in a better position to know what he or she is good or bad, to analyze oneself. The third one is, in order to get to know better. And individual, what they can do is they can take the feedbacks from their friends, relatives, or whoever they are in contact with. So this will help them to know what qualities they possess. And the fourth one is to reflect on regular basis. On regular basis, an individual can ask to himself, he can ask to himself what good quality he or she possesses and how he or she can improve on that qualities. That is on the regular basis, that we can write and keep in a book and tick it. So what qualities, which is good, which is bad, and what qualities they have to possess, and so on. The next is an individual can make a note on himself in form of journal. So this will help him to know oneself. Now he can write down in a form of journal and see that what are the good qualities he have, what are the bad qualities, that is the strength and weakness of the person, and see the strength can be ticked into an excellent, and the weakness can be converted into the strength. So see that activities is being done. By personal observation, one can understand their strength and weakness. That is what, write it in the journal and keep your whatever your personal strength and weakness, and keep observing and convert all that weakness into your personal strength. And the next one is the individual should uh, have an interest on himself to know about his good qualities and the area of improvement. So once we know our strength and weakness, what we can do is what improvements can be made on the weakness can be known. An individual should do the different tasks in order to come up in life. That is so that he can convert all impossible into possible. There is nothing called as impossible. Remove that I am and make it everything as possible. So if an individual keeps mind, everything can be converted into possible. We cannot say I can't. Remove that I and make it that I can. So remove that can't, sorry, remove that can't and make it that I can. So an individual should make a rough picture, that is what he want in future, keep it in mind and possess it. He has to make a rough picture that what he need. That I will be teaching in the next um, slides, that is the goals, how to make a goal, that is short term, long term, and future goals, and how you can mark your goals and how you can set your goals. So all that will be taught in the next classes. Then meditation, which helps the individual to focus on things. So meditation helps the individual to be focused, to be on time frame. Set a time limit for doing all the activities in life, and it can reach towards achieving in a very what to say, much faster pace. So to be a time framed, so always we should have a time bond. We should be very smart in analyzing things. So I will teach you in the next class what is that smart goals which you can make and how you can achieve the goals. So I wish you all follow the tips for improving your self awareness. And dear students, don't see and watch videos just for writing exams or to score marks. So whatever you read, you should implement in life. That is called as the real studying, real learning. I think you will implement what you read and you study. Now I will be discussing about the different ways in which self-awareness makes an individual more effective. If an individual can work in a proper manner, he or she should be aware of their own skills and qualities. For that, they have to know their skills. That is, they have to check their skill, or they should develop their skill. And also they should know their strengths and weaknesses. Not developing intuitive decision making skills. So they have to take a decision so that they can work fast in future. So the jobs which they select, the individual people select, should not be more stressful. If it is more stressful, they should not choose such jobs. They should not choose job just for money's sake. It should satisfy them so that they will not be stressed. And to get motivated whenever they are in difficult situations, they can take the help of their colleagues, parents, or friends. And they should be aware of self-will, which helps in building good leadership qualities of an individual. These are the ways in which the self-awareness makes an individual more effectively. That is skill development, knowing strength and weaknesses, developing intuitive decision making skills, stress, motivating, and leadership qualities. Let's move on to the next slide, that is the benefits of self-awareness. Now, self-awareness offers many benefits to live a happier and more fulfilling and genuine life. Firstly, the ability to act conscious instead of reacting to people and events. That means instead of reacting to the people, we can just move on. For example, if most of the people will be ragging or bullifying, in such cases, one should know about their strength and weakness and move on forward without being bothered. That is, this is because if a person is aware of himself, then he or she should not react to the conflicts. He should ignore the conflicts and keep on moving. That is what the self-awareness teaches us. That is one of the benefits of self-awareness. Secondly, the ability to genuinely love oneself. If a person has better visions to analyze himself, he will feel happy about himself. Then he will love himself for possessing knowledge of what he is good and how he can work towards achieving it. So in fact, he will have a better vision for success. The next one is being authentically happy rather than pretending. So the individual need not act as if he is happy. He should be aware of his potential, his real happiness, and he should not live as if he is pretending to be happy. He should be very truthful to oneself. That is what the self-awareness teaches. Then it has, if he is self-aware and he knows about self, he also knows his interest areas that will help him to be successful person and enjoy the life at the fullest. That is greater depth of experience and enjoyment of life. When individual knows himself and his interest, he will be successful person and enjoy life at the fullest. The ability. Next one is the ability to redirect negative thoughts and emphasize positiveness. So self-awareness of a individual can stop thinking about negative thoughts as he will be aware of himself and he will take measures to overcome and direct self to be positive. The sixth one is behaving positively instead of creating additional obstacles. He can always be positive and avoid unnecessary problems of life. The seventh one is enjoying positive interpersonal relationship. When an individual knows about himself, he or she will be a real person without displaying artificial before others. They will not be artificial. They will show their original colors to the society. He will be the person without any stress in life and have peace in this relationship. For example, most of the people will always try to show off in front of the others. Like those people will never be happy because they may lie many a times for many reasons, and outwardly they will show their happiness, but inwardly they will feel that they have cheated their own friends and others by lying them. So this self-awareness also tells us how to enjoy positive interpersonal relationship. Then being the real you. So an individual can be real and need not showcase in front of others. That's what I told you. As an artificial person, this is because of awareness of limitation and capabilities. Then living courageously and without limits. An individual can enjoy life without any limits as he knows the areas of success and boundaries, because he has already learned what he is, what is his strength. So he knows the areas of success and boundaries. Therefore, he can be happy and work towards what makes him to be achievable. The 10th one is the ability to make your dreams come true. Only a person who are aware of self will have the ability and potential to make the dreams come true. The 11th one is the ability to get to know what an individual wants in life. If an individual has self-awareness, he will be in a better position to analyze what he wants, and he will focus on his wants and needs in the future. If a person can judge himself that he will definitely achieve what he wants in the near future, then he knows that he has the ability to achieve the things. So that makes him aware. It helps in developing policy of honesty. If an individual is aware of himself, his qualities can help him to develop honesty policy. This is because the individual knows what he is capable and what he is not. The 13th one is helps in decision making. When a person is self-aware, he will know what to do, how to plan towards it, and how to move on. Like what measures to take in order to overcome problems and what solutions can be found out. His decision making skills will enhance him for the day to day as well as to be aware of his qualities. The last one is helps an individual in increasing emotional intelligence. It enhances oneself to be aware of being the journey to achieve higher emotional intelligence or increasing our IQ. Self-awareness of our emotions also helps to emphasize so we can better understand what others are experiencing. So these are the benefits of self-awareness, that is the ability to act conscious instead of reacting to people and events, the ability to genuinely love self, being authentically happy rather than pretending, and greater depth of experience and enjoyment of life, the ability to redirect negative thoughts and emphasize positiveness, behaving positively instead of creating additional obstacles, enjoying positive interpersonal relationship, being the real you, living courageously and without limits, the ability to make your dreams come true, ability to get to know what an individual wants in life. It helps in developing the policy of honesty and helps in decision making, helps an individual to increase emotional intelligence. These are the benefits of self-awareness. Well, we have come to the end of part 1, self-awareness, and the key takeaway from this unit, self-awareness, is who you really are, why you do things in the way that you do, think about your own thinking, care about what other people think and feel, to step back and to review and self-reflection. That is nothing but feeling, interaction, thoughts and action. And to conclude, I would say that our individual journey from here should be what we have learned from this chapter is the awareness, changes we want to make in ourselves, goals and action plans, constant introspection, interpretations and strive for effectiveness, to know our strength and weakness, to convert our weakness into strength, and these are the things which we have learnt and we are going to follow after this chapter. So I request you all to learn and implement. So all the best. Take care. Thank you, dear students. In the next class, I will be discussing about goal settings. It is really very interesting. I don't want you all to miss it. So once again, I thank you. Stay safe. Signing off from today's class. Take care. Bye.